小妹子。
Is there that one city that captures the essence of your 20s? For me, it's New York City. In our early 20s, Donovan and I had a very comfortable life in San Francisco. He worked for Google, I worked for a startup, we bought an apartment, and we were surrounded by friends. But San Francisco just never felt like home for me. But from the first time I visited New York for my investment banking interviews during college, I knew I was home. The city is complete chaos, but in the most beautiful, cacophonous, multi-dimensional way possible. So we gave up our comfy existence in SF and moved into a tiny 300 square foot walk-up in Nolita and never looked back. In the last 10 years, we've moved to Beijing and then Singapore, had 2 kids and 1 more on the way, but every time we come back to New York, I feel like I'm reconnecting with the 25-year-old kid in me. Even after becoming parents, part of us are still desperate for adventure and connection with the people who love us without judgment. This is literally the one and only pair of earrings I have. I didn't pack my makeup or my jewelry, so 耳环为什么这么重要呢？就是它非常的修饰脸型。大家看啊，没有耳环的话，这里会觉得很空。如果有个大一点的耳环的话，它会修饰的比较好一些。
Am I embarrassing you?
Slightly. Last minute decided to add a belt. 换一个样子吧，要不然这一裙子穿了好多次。我一个好朋友设计的这个包包。Ready for the day, yo, 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 New York City, let's go! Go do the duck the other way! This vlog is sort of what New Yorkers do on a daily, and we're not going to any tourist spots, just kind of regular places that we used to hang out in downtown. Let's go consignment shopping. Thank you to Santos for sponsoring this episode. Y'all know that I'm pregnant now. What the hell am I doing with a glass of wine, you might be asking? Well, this collaboration with Santos is something that I've been dying to share with you guys for the longest time. Santos is such a unique wine preservation system, like it's completely changed my life. It preserves an open bottle of wine for up to 14 days, and it keeps it chilled at the perfect temperature. And it also dispenses the wine. It can either dispense a standard 150 ml pour, or it can dispense as small of a tiny sip as you want. As a pregnant person, I know I'm not supposed to drink, but a lot of times I still want to have a little cheat, so my Santos comes in so handy. I've always loved to drink, but I'm the only person in my house who drinks. Donna doesn't drink, my mom doesn't drink, nobody else drinks. So I've never been able to open a bottle of wine at home because I just have nobody to share it with. Santos has actually allowed me to always have a bottle open, chilled, and ready to pour at any time during the day. I have 2 perfect use cases for you guys. One, households that don't drink a lot, like my household. My mother-in-law, she can only handle a tiny sip, but it doesn't mean that she doesn't like to drink. And now she wants me to buy this machine and bring it over to the US for her. And number 2, it's for people who really appreciate wines. And if you have an expensive bottle of wine, you know that you want to savor every little drop and you don't want to waste it by gulping it down because you know you have to finish it. Well, this allows you to drink it over the course of 14 days, making every dollar super worthwhile. The pro version of this machine is selling for $12.88 SGD, but dude, my followers get 15% off. That is close to $200 off. Secondly, they're also giving away a free bottle of Tenuta San Guido, which is the one that I'm having right here. Perfectly balanced red, which is worth $118. If you're in Singapore, definitely go check out their 2 pop-up stores. One is in Great World City, one is at Jewel. I understand it is a significant purchase and a lot of you are going to want to feel and see the machine in person. So definitely please go on their website, book a demo, and then go into the store and test it out. If you purchase it in store, they will even throw in a pair of Riedel wine glasses for free. Santos is also working with Pace and Atome, both of which will allow you to pay in 3 easy interest-free installments. This honestly makes for such a perfect investment in your home. Everybody who comes into my house now wants to buy one of these. I just wish they sold internationally because there's so many friends in the US I want to send it to.
We failed at picking a restaurant, so 40 minutes later we are heading out.
Just famous now?
Yes, of course! We're like the least New Yorker of New Yorkers. We're literally taking up the entire sidewalk. Like, there's nobody here.
Is appetizer, vegetables are side dishes, rice and noodle will give you some body to your meal. Sounds good?
Hi, you guys look very good. You look like a couple.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Okay, in college I was really bad. No, I was particularly bad. I was really bad. Okay, now I get it, but like in my mind, like sharing food is like how Asians are. Yeah.
Hosting and sharing food as long as I've known you.
But if you knew me in college, I mostly just stole other people's food.
So we saw Dianna and you guys in February 2020.
Yes.
And then you, both of you are like,
Let's come over here.
has no fucking idea
What's about to happen. Yes.
And you guys were like, whatevs, right?
We
I
were
remember
like
that.
pretty predictive of what's happening.
we were like, oh my god,
Party pooper.
Party pooper.
What happened?
No, because we were in New York and we saw how unprepared it was.
Finally, we're done eating. We're so full, and we're $75 per each. Shall we have 6 glazed originals? Come on, shall we do this?
Yes.
Yes! Yes? Yes, great. We shall do it because YOLO! An enormous aisle of candy. I want to remind people of how ridiculously sized American... Can you just hold this for size reference?
This
like,
family size?
Like just hold this up to your face. Like, look how enormous that is. Look at how ridiculous this is. Look at, it's a 3-pound bag of candy. Ridiculous.
That's for a family party.
No, this is diabetes in a bag. Do a sexy pose. Sexy!
You Korean girls took it to the next level, but
Yes, but the Japanese girls are like polite and also like...
oh no, am I being recorded talking about
Okay,
races?
that's okay. No. Oh, gosh. You guys know this phrase.
What?
Yamete.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Hachima.
Hajima.
Yeah, Hachima.
Is it?
Stop it.
Really?
Yeah.
But you don't hear
Why
it in
do you
Korean
guys
porn.
Korean?
Yes, but it's all,
Is there such
It's
thing
all
as
censored?
Korean porn?
no, it's not censored. You're not allowed to show anything.
What are you talking about? The recent Korean movies, the R21 movies, are very sexual. Very sexual.
No, they don't show genitals.
Then just like Japanese then.
No, Japanese shows it, but it's censored. Koreans, the camera, the way they compose the shot never even shows it.
You obviously have not searched for Korean porn on the internet.
Yeah, man.
So have I, so.
And what have you found?
There's some good ones out there.
And it shows genitals?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
No.
Koreans can't police all of the internet. Like, so what if like some Koreans in LA decided to make some Korean porn?
That's fine. I'm just saying that doesn't happen. If they're in LA, that's American porn. Like they speak
So
in English.
Koreans
usually.
in LA can make Korean...
They could. I'm just saying they don't.
I'm
It's
just
not a very
saying that
popular
there's
thing.
no way of really regulating now.
All I'm telling you is what the Korean government's regulations are around porn produced in Korea. And
I believe you, but I'm saying there are. Just go search on Pornhub right now. Go.
Your 401k, you save up, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna save.
Yeah.
But I think the whole thing about like how to make money,
Invest,
work for you,
yeah,
and
yeah.
invest, and how to go about it, and how to think about it,
Right.
And rich people tactics. Like,
Yes.
What does that look like, and
Yeah.
how do you go about that?
But I'm reaching the point where I feel like Actually, the majority of people don't even have a basic framework for thinking about managing finances, you know, in terms of like savings versus investments, the categories of investment, your risk profile, different ages, you know, like
Rich
Poor
Dad,
Dad,
Poor
Rich
Dad.
Dad. That's a good one. Have you guys read it?
It talks about mindset. versus
That's true.
How do you invest? Like,
That's
you know,
true.
if you want to take away from that, just like buy a lot of property and invest in that.
If you're making $20 million a year,
Yeah, it's part
you're
of
not,
business.
it's
definitely.
rare that you're a CEO.
Rarely
of
as a
company.
salary,
Rarely
yeah.
as a salary. So,
Yeah.
And so your strategies are going to be very different. Because
True.
now you have a business or multiple that you think.
Yeah, true.
Like a quick transition.
Come. You gotta stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Can I see? Damn, girl. Someone's about to salsa it up.
I don't think that's like managing money. I think it's managing lifestyle. What is the lifestyle that you want? Okay, if you want a lifestyle that causes you to spend $5 million a year, awesome. You've got to make $5 million a year for 80 years. Yeah. Have you done that? If you want to spend $5 million a year, it's 5 times 80. That's what you need in the bank. Done.
I think maybe the key is not so much like a number where you never have to work again. It's actually just a number that allows you to walk away from any job that you don't like or don't want to do, right? Most people think that I need a number for retirement. I need to sell my startup for millions of dollars. I need to whatever. Yeah. You actually don't need that number. You need that lower number to just be like, I could still live reasonably well if I don't have this job. Because you have a corporate job that forces you to work these hours and these days, it means that you can only take vacation during these particular days. Yeah. So then you have to travel during those days. You have experience, you have to pack your experiences into these periods, right? And that is very different from, say, if you had 6 months off or a year off, you could literally lease out your current place, live somewhere else, whatever.
Europe in like March versus July.
Right, exactly. Off season, off peak, right?
Like a third the cost.
Yeah. Before I went to Parsons, this is where I went every single morning. Oh my goodness. That sounds really good. On this corner of Prince and Mulberry, McNally Jackson bookstore, Donovan's favorite thing in New York City, essentially. God, look at the magazine section. Oh my god, you guys should buy some. Top sellers. This is the book that Donovan wants to buy.
I was intrigued.
Whoa. We have to read that. What? Can you summarize for me? So from my 2-second scanning of the book, basically it's arguing that under capitalism, women actually suffer and women tend to be subordinate to men because of motherhood. Raise a child.
This part, you can read this part.
Capitalism has no problem commodifying sexuality and even preying on our relationship insecurities to sell us products and services we don't want or need. Neoliberal ideologies persuade us to view our bodies, our attentions, and our affections as things to be bought and sold. How to Tell a Story by Aristotle. Literally right here. This
4th floor, right?
no, 2nd floor.
That's what
This
you said, yeah,
little
yeah.
walk up is where our New York adventures begin. 虽然我们住的很小很脏，但是我觉得整个环境实在就是太有艺术感了。每天走出来，朝气特别蓬勃，而且每个人穿的都好有 style。不要住的太好，也不要住的太大，你要住在一个最有感染力的区。Oh, when we first moved here.
Yeah, the Russian gangsters, yeah.
Oh my god, we hired some Russian gangsters off of Craigslist to help us move. And then when they got here with their truck, they were like, oh, it's a walk-up. We're gonna charge you like $500 more. So we learned never to do that again. Oh,
underneath the basket, he missed.
looks like a cool pizza place, man. It's one of the best falafel sandwiches. Always our seats where we just sat here and looked at pedestrians. Yeah, it's good. this meant to be New York?
Oh, or chest. Terrible. Unless there's something underneath that I'm not seeing.
猪脚面线，哇，这是大猪脚。
You know, like.
This looks super cool. The store is full of like really designy stuff. Very Sex and the City like. Golf is our Soho staple. Ruby's is my absolute favorite cafe in all of New York City. They started out as this tiny little Australian cafe off of Prince and Mulberry, and they've just grown and expanded, and they have a couple of locations throughout Manhattan, but everything on the menu is absolutely amazing.
Oh my god.
Is it better than the Ruby burger?
I mean, the prawn tastes very good too. How can it be so good?
Okay, I had 2 slices of egg, 1
Good?
Last 48 hours in particular, I've like canceled almost everything. And just been going with the flow of everything. And I felt so much more relaxed, and all of a sudden felt super inspired to do something. So
yeah,
maybe there's a lesson there about, you know, needing to have enough relaxation and free time and quote-unquote boredom so you can have the space to not be so tight.
Oh, for sure.
Feel inspiration.
Honestly, inspiration requires a lot of time, a lot of quiet time, a lot of like rushed, non-judgmental time where you're just like floating around doing nothing. Which is why like artists like have to go in between projects, you know, like most artists are very project based. Like after you finish one thing, you kind of need a couple of months to like just recharge and like recover before you can do the next thing. We're in the Mulberry Market. It's like a deli right in the heart of Nolita.
Right across the street from where we used to live.
Yeah, it's very cute, but full of very healthy snacks for white people. Very overpriced, but
We love overpriced stuff.
yeah, but we're cheap as fuck. I'm not high maintenance. I just like what I like.
You're definitely, yes.
I'm
like what you like.
Are these the white person mangoes that Ali Wong talked about? Oh no, it's not so bad. $5.63. God, they have tahini! Yes, 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 yes.
Do you love your rubies more than this panda loves eating bamboo?
That's kind of what I look like when I'm really, really happy. I just want some really Asian ramen. Actual Asian shit. Yes, thank you. Asian. Na 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 na. No. 台湾鸡腿饭一个才6块钱，青菜豆腐汤2块半，真的是良心价。So excited! I took a nap just now. I have some Mexican tahini. Oh, even got a 豆浆, nice.
有2个豆浆.
You trying to think through a bit more in frame.
Oh, I thought you'd love to keep me in that.
Oh my god.
Post it, Mom. Post it.
I feel like on this trip,
Yeah, this is the best meal.
all I've been craving is Chinese food.
All of those cost like $15.
I know. Chinatown. 太良心了. Oh, I want to tell you to tip them a bit more.
I gave them like a $3 tip.
Okay, good.
美华鸡排饭。
What's 美华？美华是吗？
美华 ，sorry. Right, half canto.
Little happy panda.
哇，这鸡排饭真的是价廉物美。虽然说不能算是什么极品人间美味，但是该有的它都有，还有点酸菜。好好吃啊！
其实我对纽约的迷恋大部分来自一种自由的氛围感。比如现在我们吃着最便宜的便当，享受着暂时没有孩子的二人世界。20多岁时拥有的自由，对30多岁的我们来说反而是一种奢侈。接下来还有好多集跟朋友的深入 girl talk， 聊怀孕，聊孩子，聊理财。你会发现30岁的话题真的很成人。不得不承认，我们老了，但是老也未尝不是一种新的体验。